Our new series, we're calling it Ready to Relaunch. For many Americans, this pandemic has really been a shakeup to our long-term plans. Many major companies have offered remote working options indefinitely. An IBM study found that 54% of people polled wanted to remote work to be their primary way of working going forward. This morning, we're going to meet two people who seized the opportunity to make some major life moves. Take a look. 7 months ago, Catherine Rakonen never would have imagined that she would move out of D.C., her home for more than 25 years, and resettle with her family in Ohio. For many Americans, that's not so far off. In fact, an estimated 15.9 million people have moved during the coronavirus. Catherine had planned for a future in D.C.
My daughter was signed up for preschool in the fall. I had absolutely no plans to leave. Then the pandemic hit.
But her husband was offered a job close to family, and they decided to move.
I told my husband, your job is essential. Who knows what's going to happen to mine? Let's go with that.
For 32-year-old Jamie Kinsley, who works for a virtual fitness company in New York City, visiting her parents' house was supposed to be a short trip.
I was on the call with my mom the day after, everything started closing in New York, and she's like, come home. And I packed, a tiny suitcase and left all of my stuff. I saw that I could do my work from anywhere.
That's when her temporary trip quickly turned into a permanent move.
I got a great apartment, I got a car. You're spending a lot less money, so you could use that money to get things that you really want and need.
So many stories like that these days. So joining us now to talk about how we can make decisions, the best ones for our life, is executive coach Matt Spielman. Matt, good morning. In this really unique time, people like Catherine and Jamie are making these major changes that perhaps they wouldn't have otherwise considered. How do you suggest we approach decisions like these?
Yeah, so Catherine and Jamie, we saw, have really made big decisions and big changes, and they're really in a good place, which is a credit to them, and they're really doing well. There are many others who are in the same boat making decisions. To assist in sort of the approach, I'm going to share a framework for where we are today and where we may want to be tomorrow, asking the questions, what is it that you really want? What really matters? Why is that important to you? And how are you going to get there?
So you envision the facets of our lives as puzzle pieces. How do we get started rejiggering the puzzle?
Yeah, so we can look at the puzzle and these facets as these are all elements that contribute to how we feel on a day-to-day basis. And we could take inventory of them. We could take, let's say, career, family, and health, and we can apply a scale, let's say, from 1 to 5, where 1 is things are not going so well in that particular area, and 5, things are going fantastically well. People can choose 3 to 4 pieces, and then they can set goals around those 3 to 4 pieces.
And you also say that we should be banning the word should and instead use the word could.
Yeah, no, you're spot on there. So what could you do to deliver a meaningful outcome that really has a consequential impact on your life? Because could gets to the underlying why. Why is it important that you do that? And understanding the why really provides the fuel, the energy, and really moves us forward and empowers us to overcome those definite barriers and hurdles along the way, in our pursuit of those goals. Could really provides the conviction to move us forward.
Matt, thank you very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.